Hello, welcome back. If it looks like I've just woke up, it's because I have. I just want to address a few comments from yesterday's video at the start of today's video. Hateful is the only word that I can use to describe some of these comments. A lot of people are noticing that I'm wearing socks and sandals all the time, and I don't appreciate the hate that you've been giving me. So the socks and sandals are staying, and I hope that your nasty words don't. Speaking of comments though, in yesterday's video I had a comment that said, could you do ball position? So tonight we're looking at a couple of simple ideas when it comes to ball position. Let's get into it. Right, so I've got a 6-iron in my hand here. The reason I've got a 6-iron is because, well, we'll come to that a little bit later on, but it's a good club. It's kind of middle of your bag for most people. First thing that I want you to think about when it comes to ball position, there's no right or wrong for most people. I will always tell people from a 60-degree lob wedge up to a 6-iron, keep it as central as possible. A real good drill for you guys to find out where your best ball position might be. Take a few practice swings and just pay attention to where you're kind of striking mat. So for most people it's going to be round about the same place. Once you've done that with a few swings, pay attention to where it was and then kind of pop your ball on that spot, and then from there, because that's your most consistent low point, your most frequent low point, if I were to give that a swing now, should be an half decent strike. The reason I say this is because people have got different deliveries. So you have people with like late releases where they really hold on to the handle, you have people with early releases, and that affects where the lowest part of the golf swing is. So finding where your best ball position is only makes sense to me. There's no point in kind of saying you need to have it further forward of centre or further back or in the middle if that's not where you're delivering that club at its lowest point. So tip number one, find where your ball position is first. Now, as a bit of a rule, like I said a little bit earlier, I do tend to tell people to go from sand wedge to 6-iron relatively central. So for me, from a sand wedge, I'll probably stand a little bit closer, but everything is all in this region, roughly in the middle of my stance. It's only when we get to the longer stuff, such as a driver, where I ideally like to see people move that ball position further forward. Now, I know I've just said that it's not always about definites, but in this instance it kind of is. So I want to see everyone's, near enough, ball position just inside the left heel with the driver. Reason being is that it kind of sets you up to do a lot of other good things when you're hitting a driver. So what do I mean by that? It encourages a tilt of the spine away from the target, which is what we want to see. It encourages you to hit up on the golf ball, which is something that we need to see if we're thinking about maximising drives out. I think the more likely you are to have that ball position further back, it means that we're going to launch it lower, because there's more chance we're going to hit down. We might present a little bit less loft. The shaft might be leaned a little bit more forward at impact. So get your driver just inside your left heel and then feel as though you're sweeping up on it. So there you go, a bit of a basic guide. So tip number one, find your own ball position when it comes to middle irons, things like that. Hit a mat a few times, pay attention to where you're striking that mat, and then that will be your go-to ball position. When it comes to moving it up, I'd certainly want to see the driver more out of inside of left heel, that kind of region, just so that we've got that tilt away from the target and we can hit up on the ball a little bit easier. Again, similar to yesterday's video, if you want me to cover any other things like this, make sure you're leaving it in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, stay indoors, stay safe, stay sound. It's nearly the weekend, so we can get on the Heineken soon. Oh, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Super exciting review of a real cool teaching aid. That's going to be good. Yeah, looking forward to that. Right, laters, enjoy yourselves.